What's up, y'all? Flipping the hands up again, as per usual. Today I'm going to do another Q&A. Honestly, because I need something easy to edit, because we're going on a little trip this weekend. Like, Aiden's birthday is Thursday, and we're taking him to like a little water park thing. So I'm like, I need something I can edit fairly quickly and be able to get up for you guys. And I want to start doing these periodically. I wanted to do them every month, but I only get about 6 videos up a month, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe like every 6 weeks, maybe every 2 months. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Anyways, let's just get into the questions. Don't mind my finger, my fucking nail snapped off. I cannot get a good nail job. Like, please, why can't I get a good nail job? I don't get it. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's getting a little crazy at this point. Piss me off a little. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is going to ask me questions. If I don't answer your question, I may answer in another video, but if you guys want to leave questions down below, that's totes fine too. I will come back to both videos on the next one to answer your questions. Here we go. Oh, and if I butcher your name, I'm sorry. I'm not good enough at editing to like put your little thing up on the screen, you know what I mean? To like show who you are, so I have to say your name. I know in the last one I like effed up so many people's names, so if I do that again, so sorry. All right, first question comes from Jessica Noel. She said, I love your accent. Do I have an accent? Do I sound like a hillbilly? Sometimes I've had people tell me I sound like a hillbilly. Where are you from? I am from Ohio, as I've mentioned before. I live in, like, I think it's northwestern Ohio, I believe, without like giving too many details away. I mean, what's the big deal? Anybody can find anybody's address. But yeah, northwestern Ohio is where I live. I was born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days chilling out, man. Okay. How many dogs do you have? I have 2 dogs. I have a bulldog / boxer mix, which is called a Valley Bulldog. It's like a new, some kind of hybrid breed or something like that. And then I have a full-blooded fawn boxer, Hoyt and Stubby. You guys have met both of them before. Stubby used to be like in my older videos, and now Hoyt has been like in some of my recent videos. Do you have any advice for makeup storage as a collection inevitably grows? Girl, no I do not. I am seriously like, I thought about doing a makeup collection video, and then I watch all these other collection videos and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Like, I don't collect makeup, I wear it. I don't decorate with makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't use makeup as a decoration or a collection tool or whatever you want to say. My drawers are jacked up. Like, there are pencil shavings everywhere. There is shit like pretty much all over the place. I'm thinking about breaking down and buying the fucking Byebye stuff to like store your stuff in, because I know it's just laid out a lot more nicely, and I know if I do that I'll use more of the stuff that I have. I'm getting ready to do like a purge though, because it's getting to the point where I just can't stand it anymore. But girl, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I have no advice for storage. Like, I am not like white on white. That is not me. I don't like all white stuff. I honestly wish those weren't white, because it'd be a hell of a lot easier to keep clean. Yeah, I don't have any advice for that because I suck at it real bad. I have 2 Alex drawers and then this little thing that I store my shit in, and it's still like a mess. Maybe one day, girls, I'll do like what makeup I have. It's not a collection because I don't collect, I wear it. Next, any must-haves in your kit when you go on a gig? I seriously have not done like freelance makeup in the longest. I usually do makeup at work, but when I do, I will like take the darkest foundation and the lightest foundation and just mix. Same thing with concealers, darkest, lightest mix. I usually take all neutrals because most people are not, you know, really keen on wearing a lot of color. Depending, like if it's prom season or something like that, you can add a little bit of color, but as far as that goes, it's usually just neutral eyeshadows, neutral lips, like everything neutral, especially from where I'm from, because like ain't nobody around here got fucking brows on fleek or anything like that. It's a little crazy. Next up is from Tatiana Ventura. Do you make enough money from YouTube to quit your job and provide for your family? Do you find YouTube a hobby or a job? Which I think I didn't really go over the last video to see which ones I answered, which was kind of fucking stupid, but whatevs. I think I may have slightly went over this in the last one, but I make about $150 a month from YouTube. You guys know I do not, as of right now, have not done sponsored videos. I have no affiliates with anybody. I basically just make money off of my Google AdSense, which is, the ads that pop up before my videos. That's really all I make money off of. And all my videos together, I have not, well, I may have by now, but I'm not sure. Last time I checked, it was like 800,000, but I haven't hit 1 million views yet. So you really don't make that much money off of AdSense. Maybe in the future, I could possibly start doing like affiliates and sponsorships, but you guys will know, y'all know I always keep it real with you. And I have said before that I want to be that person that is just completely open and transparent about what is going down here on this channel. And I think I'm going to do a video on that here soon, because as my channel is growing, I'm getting a lot more offers and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that in another video. Do you find YouTube a hobby or a job? Did I say that already? She said kisses from Portugal. That's awesome. I always wanted to go to Portugal. Anyways, YouTube as of now is pretty much a hobby for me. Like I said, I make about $150 a month, give or take, off of it right now, and I usually just use that money to kind of put back into it to buy lighting or makeup or whatever, which $150 a month ain't shit. I could spend that in one sitting buying makeup. I could spend that in fucking a tenth of a sitting buying makeup. But as for now, it's just a hobby. It's just something I like to do, so it's what I'm doing. Will it become a job in the future? I don't know. I don't know if that's the road I want to go down yet. I haven't really decided that, so we'll see. We will see what the future holds. Angel Smoke asks, which are your top 3 series or even movies? Love you, girl. Love you, girl. My top 3 series, definitely Walking Dead, Supernatural, and Teen Wolf. Fucking Teen Wolf, though. I get so crazy when I watch Teen Wolf. If I miss an episode of Teen Wolf, don't even come around me. I get so pissed off. I get so irritated with Tim because he's always on his phone, Facebooking, while we're watching it. And I'm like, put your phone away. We need to be invested in this. Put that motherfucker away. I get so crazy. And then, if we miss, say 2 episodes or something, we have to watch them back to back. He's like, dude, you need to fucking calm down. It ain't that serious. And I'm like, we have to watch them both. I get crazy with it. So Walking Dead, Supernatural, Teen Wolf, and movies. My all-time favorite movie is Donnie Darko. I love Gummo. If you guys have never seen Gummo, Gummo. I don't even know if I want to tell you to watch Gummo, because if you watch that, you'll be like, who likes this? This bitch is fucked up. You guys will think way different about me after watching Gummo. But Harmony Korine is one of my favorite directors, so I like weird shit. That's just what's up. That's me. So there's that. Oh yeah, and The Breakfast Club. That is one of my favorite all-time movies. I used to watch that movie when I lived by myself in a little apartment in the ghetto. Before Tim and I met, I used to watch that movie every night to put me to sleep. I fucking love it. I could watch it over and over. It's amazing. I love it. Luz or Luz C says, okay, I'm curious. You're in a small town, right? So where is your Ulta? Far away or close by? Because you mentioned that makeup is kind of weird to have on your face because you live in a very small town in Ohio, right? Yes, that is right. Where I live, makeup is not prevalent at all. We have maybe 1 or 2 really, I don't want to say famous, because they're not famous because they live in fucking Ohio. It's not they're famous people, but we only have 1 or 2 actual makeup artists in my area. Makeup is just not a thing around here. Even working at Ulta, when I first got a job at Ulta, I was good, this is gonna be bombs. I'm gonna meet all these people who are super into makeup just like I am. No, nothing. If I went to the grocery store like this every person that walks by me looks at me. Like, I know, obviously, who the fuck goes to the grocery store in full beat? This bitch, that's who. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I go to the movies, if I go to the grocery store, if we're out to dinner, whatever, nobody around here is like that. It's very country around here, and everybody's like super hella old fashioned, from everything, from clothes to makeup to hair, all the way down to like what the inside of their houses look like. Like, we are planning on buying a house in the near future, and we have just been kind of browsing around right now, and like every house I see, I'm like, Jesus, that looks like something from fucking Little House on the Prairie. I am not into that. But I mean, I know everybody has their own style, but everybody's like into like very country-ish style around here, you know what I mean? And I like more like modern kind of, I don't know how to explain it, I don't know, but you get my drift. Like, it's very small. Oh, those of you guys who are from small towns and you are like into beating your face, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, it's kind of crazy, real crazy. Did I mention before that all of the Ulta questions, or all the questions pertaining to like how to get a job at Ulta, or like tips if you already work there, or anything like that, I am going to be doing a like how to get a job at Ulta or Sephora video. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't remember if I said that or not. I like filmed half of this and then I had to stop because Tim called me, and then I was like, let me just start all over again. But yeah, I will be doing a total separate video on that. Moving right along. AXXLXXC2 says, first off, thank you. How did you and the hubby meet? So this is kind of a crazy little story. So Tim and I, like I told you guys, I'm from a small town. Like, everybody from here is from here and stays here. You know what I'm saying? So Tim's parents and my parents went to school together. They weren't friends or anything like that, but Tim's dad's best friend was my grandfather. He was like basically like a cousin to me, because it was my grandfather's brother's child, who was Tim's best friend, and he died when they were really young in a really bad car accident. And we had no clue, like I had no clue about that until after Tim and I started dating. So we met because I, at the time, was really, really good friends with his cousin, who he was really close with, which was a girl. And her and I had worked at Walmart together. And I think he like came in to see her, or we kind of hung out with like the same group of friends. I kind of bounced around from like group of friend to group of friend to group of friend, like my whole entire life. I had like separate groups of friends in like separate cities. I don't know, it was weird. Maybe I'll go into it sometime. I don't know. Anyways, there was a certain group of friends that I had that he hung out with too, and then I found out that he was her cousin, and we were at work one day, and I was just being stupid like I always am, and I was like, tell your cousin to call me. What's up? Because she was getting ready to go to like a Christmas dinner or whatever. So I was like, yeah, tell your cousin to call me. Just playing around, you know what I mean? Because she'd always be like, that's gross. And I'd always be like, I want to get with your cousin. Just playing around. And she actually did. And I got home from work it was either Christmas or Christmas Eve. And I get on my answering machine, that's how long it's been. On my answering machine at my apartment, I have this message that says, hey, it's Tim, Emily's cousin. I just wanted to see if you wanted to hang out. So I called him back and I was like, yeah, we can hang out, whatever. It was Christmas Day. And we went to this bar that was having like Christmas karaoke that night. And ever since then, we've like been together ever since that night. Like, we met on Christmas. We didn't meet on Christmas, but you know, we had met just casually before that. Cause like I said, we had the same group of friends, and we had always like kind of exchanged like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, like drunk exchange flirts, you know what I'm saying? And then like once we got together that night, we have been like inseparable ever since. And that was 12 years ago on Christmas. This past Christmas, we have been together for 12 years. So he is like my soulmate. And then when I found out, his dad was like best friends with my cousin, and then my parents like knew who he was. We were like, it was meant to be. We're meant to be together. So that is the long / short / not so short version of how we met. Also, I might as well just throw this out there too, which I think I've mentioned before in either like a tag video or a Q&A. Tim and I actually are not married. I always call him my common law because we've been together for 12 years. We've been engaged for 10 years, I believe. And marriage to us is just not like a thing. You know what I mean? Like, to us, it's just a certificate. I feel like today people just put so much emphasis on being married and getting married. That's why our divorce rates are so high. You can be with somebody and have a marriage without like physically being married. Do you know what I mean? And for us, it's honestly, it's, you know, half of it's kind of laziness because planning a wedding is a biatch, and the other half is just, we know we're going to be together, and it's like not that serious for us. We're not super religious, so that really doesn't take part in it either. So it's, I don't know, it's just, we're just kind of, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We're good. What has been your biggest obstacle that you have had to overcome so far in life, and how did you overcome or get through it? I guess my biggest obstacle, I have a couple of them. Some of them are just too personal to discuss, but I know one of them is my dad passing away, because even though it happened when I was 21, I still lived with my parents when I was 21. Like, I had moved out, moved back in. I'd still live with my parents when I was 21, and my mom was like going through some like crazy shit, and she had ended up moving away and selling our house to my uncle, and they came into my house and changed the locks on the doors when I was gone one night, and took all of my stuff that I owned in that house and threw it into a room. And from then on, I was like basically homeless, and I had nowhere to go. Thank God for my friends Mikey and Laura. I love you guys if you ever watch this. But they like gave me a place to stay until I got back on my feet and was able to get my own apartment. I had like a little shit apartment in the ghetto, but it is what it is. Like, I did what I could, and I worked my ass off, and I overcame it. So that's one thing. There are other things, but they're just too personal as of right now to like go into. The next is quote that you live life by. The quote that I live life by is a quote that is from a Blind Melon song, and it is, when life is hard, you have to change. Like, when your life is hard, and things aren't going your way, like, you have to change. You have to be the one to change that, and you have to be the one to put things on the right path. And I'm a total huge believer in the law of attraction. I live my life by The Secret. What you put out is what you will get back to you. When you put out negativity and you're a negative person all the time, you attract negative people, you attract negative things to happen in your life. But when you put out positivity and you are happy and you look at the bright side of things all the time, then that will in turn come back to you. And ever since I watched the movie The Secret, I know it sounds like cheesy as fuck, but ever since I watched that movie, our lives completely turned around. Literally 2 days after I watched that movie, Tim got an opportunity to buy out his uncle and his dad's business from them, and ever since then we've just been on the up and up and up. Tim and I have went through some really hard things. We had some really dark times, and ever since I watched that movie and kind of changed everything around and changed the way I look at things around, it's just been fucking awesome. So I definitely suggest you guys watch that movie. I might have said that in the last one, but I am just all about it, girl. All about it. All about positivity. Next one comes from Maggie Ann. Maggie Ann, is that right? I hope that's right. Girl, what do you think of all these fake YouTubers and non-MUA people giving advice? Girl, I'm getting a little controversial up in her. So, fake YouTubers, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can see where they're coming from. Fake people or whatever. As far as like non-MUA people giving advice, I do think that it's okay in a sense. I don't think it's okay to lie and pretend like you do something that you don't, but in the same sense, like, it's still okay to not be a professional makeup artist and still know about makeup. You know what I mean? Like, I think that people on YouTube nowadays think that they like have to tell people they're a professional for them to take them seriously, but that's not necessarily the case. There are thousands of non-professionals out there just like being themselves and, you know, telling you, I'm not a professional, I just fucking love makeup. Two huge examples I could think of is Jessica Braun, who used to be Jam Beauty 83, I think was her name, and then Holly Forrest. Both of those girls are like, I'm not a fucking professional makeup artist, I just love makeup. And they give you advice from their point of view, you know what I mean? So I do think it's okay for that part of it, but I don't think it's okay to pretend like you're a professional and to pretend like you're doing something that you're not, or to pretend like you've worked on all these different skin types and all these different clients when you haven't. I don't think that that's okay. As far as fake YouTubers, and this goes back to like starting your own channel and stuff, like you just need to be yourself. There are so many people out there in the beauty community right now, thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of girls making videos right now because it's super hella trendy. And if you sound like everybody else, what is going to make somebody want to watch you? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're all fake and you got this like accent and you sound like a fucking news reporter, like nobody's gonna want to listen to you because they can just go listen to somebody else who they've probably been watching for years. Do you know what I'm saying? So fake YouTubers, I think they just need to like seriously tear down the fucking wall and be themselves. Like, I get a lot of slack for cussing, but I'm telling you guys, when you meet me in person, I am the exact same person that you see on camera. Like, I have had friends who watch my channel. Like, my one friend, Rochelle, is like, I watch your channel like while I'm getting ready in the morning, and I feel like it's totally you. Like, you're just you. It's like me and you sitting there, like I'm having a conversation with you like we did fucking 20 years ago, because we used to be friends like a long time ago. And we've kind of like grown apart, but she still is like, I just watch you while I'm doing my makeup and I feel like, you know, you're here talking to me just like a regular person. Yeah, so if you want to start a YouTube, just be yourself. If you want to drop an F-bomb every now and then, drop that fucking F-bomb, because at the end of the day, people are going to respect you more and they're going to watch you more if you're yourself. I'm just going to spell this one because I have absolutely no clue how to say it. Kmle Hane, Hane. What brands of nail polish do you prefer? Any go-to colors? Thanks. One of my favorite brands is Orly. I actually prefer Orly over OPI. Usually everybody like comes into the store and they're like, OPI, but honestly, like OPI chips on me in like a day, unless it's the Infinite Shine. If you've not tried the OPI Infinite Shine, do it, girl, because it's so good. But yeah, Orly. And usually, like as of right now, as far as colors go, if you guys haven't noticed, it's I'm so fucking into neutral nails right now. And like for the past 6 months, I've been so into like very neutral mauve tone, like grays, like this one, just grays and mauves and neutrals, basically like neutrals, yeah, browns, stuff like that. Okay, last question, because she's got quite a few of them, is from Felicia Yvette, and she says, what sparked your interest in starting YouTube? I think I've mentioned this before, and I've mentioned it in, you know, numerous videos. I started YouTube as a way to like meet people and make friends. As I have said earlier, nobody in my life or my town or anything is really like crazy obsessed with makeup like I am. There's one girl, Candace, I know you're watching. She is like my makeup buddy. Like we always, you know, are like, what palette do you have? What do you know what I mean? But other than her, like even my best friends who are really into makeup, but not crazy, like, you know, you and I are. So I really did it to like meet people. I didn't do it to like become YouTube famous, or I didn't do it with any intentions of making a career out of it. And I still, as I said earlier, don't even know if I have intentions of making a career out of it. But yeah, that is what's up. I just did it to like meet people with the same kind of interests and stuff like that. And then she says, what advice do you give people such as herself to continue or to start a YouTube channel? Same thing as I said, just be yourself. Talk about the things that you like. And then slowly and surely, once you build an audience, they will start to request what they want you to talk about and talk about that. Just be your own person. That is the biggest, I know it's like totally cliche and, you know, everybody says be yourself, be yourself. Like even the bitches that ain't being themselves say be yourself. But it's true. Like just be your own person. Like I said earlier, there are thousands of beauty girls out there. You need to find what's going to make you stick out from the rest of those people. Then she says, if you could have any animal as a pet besides or regular I think she's saying if you could have any animal as a pet besides like a regular household pet, what would it be? A monkey and a sloth. I want a sloth so bad. They're so fucking cute. I kind of want a koala bear too. I have a story. When I was younger, I got in a really bad car accident and I got a settlement from getting in that car accident. I broke my chin in half. There's metal plate. There's still a metal plate in my chin. I had glass in my eye. I was in the hospital for like a week. My jaw was wired shut for 3 months. Like it was a really bad wreck. And I had gotten a settlement from that this close. I was this close to buying a monkey. It was $5,000. It was at this pet store, like in the middle of nowhere. It was this little like capuchin monkey, I think is what they're called, like the one from Friends. It was so fucking cute. And my dad was like, you are not buying a monkey. What is wrong with you? You're not wasting your money on a fucking monkey. Because the settlement that I got was only like $20,000. And he's like, you're not fucking wasting $5,000 on a monkey. What is the matter with you? And at the time I was under 18, so I had to like write like a court docket of the things that I wanted to buy when I wanted to take the money out, because I wasn't allowed to have access to it until I was 18. Because at the time I was like 16, so I wasn't allowed to have access to the money without like writing this like court doc out saying I'm using it to buy clothes or I'm using it to buy a car or whatever, you know what I mean? So my dad was like, what the fuck are you going to tell the judge when you fill that paper out and you tell him I want to buy a monkey? What do you think he's going to say to you? He's going to tell you to go get fucked. Like, you are not buying a monkey. And then she says, ice cream or cake? God, that's hard. That's real hard. It depends on what kind of cake it is. Or ice. I'm not huge like into ice cream. I mean, I like me some ice cream, but if I had to pick between the two, I would probably say cake. But it has to have like dairy-free whipped icing on it. And it has to be from Myers birthday cake because they're so fucking delicious. She says, biggest food weakness. Mine is anything sweet or that I can put lime and chili on, which is about everything. My biggest food weakness, it used to not be. Before I met Tim, I like never ate sweets. And honestly, before I met Tim, or when I met Tim, I was a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for 2 years and I was a pescatarian for 3 years. If you don't know what a pescatarian is, it's somebody that the only meat that they eat is fish. So for years I was like a vegetarian, pescatarian. But anyways, the whole point of that, Jesus, I went way off track. Before I met Tim, I didn't eat like sweets or anything like that, but now I have a major sugar addiction. Like, it's a little bit insane. We just recently found out that Tim has type 2 diabetes, so I'm trying to basically go on like a diabetic diet with him, and oh my God, like, you don't realize how addicted your body is to sugar. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have like sugar withdrawals and everything. Like, sometimes, like the other week, I was just like, oh my God, I feel like shit and I don't know why, and I fucking ate a Girl Scout cookie and I felt better. I have problems. There's a problem there. The last question she said is, what is it you want people to take away after watching one of your videos? That is a fucking hard question. I don't know. I guess just if there was one thing you could take away, it's just a better mood. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of you guys tell me that, like, oh, I have this going on in my life, and or I have this going on, and this fucking sucks, or whatever. But when I watch your videos, it puts me in a good mood. That is like better than any money or just anything for me. Like when somebody watches my video, if you're in a bad mood and you watch my video and it puts you in a good mood, that's fucking awesome. Okay, I know I said that was the last one, but I want to answer this one because I wanted to tell you guys this, because I do get some people ask me, how many tattoos do you have? Which is your favorite / most meaningful? And I think it's Sin's Chaos 2, CYNS Chaos 2. I have 9 tattoos right now. All my tattoos I got when I was younger. To be honest with you guys, I'm probably getting 70% of them covered up. Like, don't get tattoos when you're young and stupid. The dogs are up here now too, so if it gets cray, y'all know why. So I have 9 as of now. I'm going to get a lot of them covered up because I've had a few of you ask me, like, over, you know, the past few months or whatever, to do like tattoo videos and like videos of my tattoos. But starting this summer, I'm going to start getting them worked on again. One of my really good friends, husband is a tattoo artist, and he like specializes in cover-ups, thank God, because they're just, half of the ones that I have are super ugly. None of them really have like any like super crazy meaning. Like this one right here, I literally got off of a purse that I used to carry. I had this like oriental, this little oriental themed purse, and that was on the center of my purse, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I want that on my wrist. Literally how it is with all my tattoos. The one on this arm, which is completely ugly and I totally regret, and the guy totally fucked it up anyways, I was like 16, I went into a tattoo shop and I was like, I want that. The one on my back, I was like 15 and my mom took me and I was like, I want that. Tramp stamp. The one on my leg, I was in Tennessee. I took a trip to Tennessee with one of my really good friends, and there was like this apartment where like all these like traveler kids used to live at, and there was a bus station right there, so all these like travelers used to come in and out of there. There was a tattoo artist named Dennis Baker, I believe, and he was one of the guys who, I don't know if you've ever seen that guy from the X-Files who his whole body is a puzzle tattoo, and he's had like all different pieces of the puzzle. He's been in like 1,000 tattoo magazines and featured in tattoo like shows and everything else. He did like one of his like sections of puzzle piece or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, that's so badass. I want a tattoo from him. So I was like, I want an Alice in Wonderland, like 1800s Alice in Wonderland themed tattoo on my leg, which is supposed to be this big. I was like, I want it about this big. And he freehanded it, and it is from the bottom of my ankle to almost the top of my knee on the side of my leg. It is like this big, like this big, girl. It went from being like this big to like this big. So, and I don't know if I'm just gonna get, you know, shit added to that one, or if I'm gonna get it covered up altogether, because it doesn't even have Alice on it, because he was like, I don't really want to incorporate Alice into it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I was young and stupid, whatever. I have a dragon on my back, which I plan on getting a whole entire back piece of. I really want a geisha, and my friend Dan is doing that. That's been in the works for years. He keeps saying like, dude, what up with your geisha tattoo? And I just keep putting it off and putting it off. I mean, for nothing more than like laziness. Do you know what I mean? So I've got a few more. I got a biohazard tattoo beside my belly button. That no longer looks like a biohazard symbol because I got pregnant and it blew up and there's a stretch mark running through it. I have like a little fairy right here. Once I get all my stuff like covered up and to my liking, I guess, I'll start showing you guys, and I'll start showing like once I start getting cover-ups and stuff like that. I know I want one on my arm right here that says, when life is hard, you have to change. And yeah, so that is what's up with my tattoos. I just wanted to mention that because I've had a few of you guys ask, like, do a tattoo video, and yeah, so that's what's up with that. So I'm gonna cut it off here. I have been filming for like 45 minutes, so this is gonna be hella long. So if you're here still to the end, good on you, girl. Thank you for staying. And guys, girls and guys, Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to ask me questions like for the next one or whatever, you can leave them down in the click down. Yeah, that's what's up. That's it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you are not. Follow me on all my social media right here, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.